Able to hear? Okay. So we are going to continue on the AWS side. Okay. So yesterday I shown you about how you can run EC2 instances, everything using commands. Okay. Like we try to write the commands like this way, AWS, EC2, and we take the help of the EC2 command. Okay. And we got all the information. And you have to always keep in mind, if you know something, how to do it from the dashboard side, UI side, okay, so you can easily convert it in the code, okay, by taking the help, because you know the steps that to start a or launch an instance, you'll require a image ID, instance type, security group. Okay, once you know these all things, then only you can write the code. Today, we are going to see about the databases. Okay, so just give me a second. Okay. So today we are going to see about the databases. Have you heard about database? Anybody here or worked in any of the databases? Or all of you are totally new?
Yes, sir.
You worked? Okay. Which database you worked?
Oracle database previously.
Okay. Others? Anyone who worked
Yeah,
on
I worked on the SQL, sir.
Okay. Okay. So see, as a DevOps engineer, you have to first thing you have to be familiar with the how to set up the database, okay, on top of the AWS cloud. Second thing, you should know the basics idea about the databases, everything, and you can easily get it by different website. Okay, just you should know the basic commands of the SQL database and Oracle database like that way. That is more than enough. Why so? Because see, for company they hire if they want something to do in the database, okay, so they will directly hire the database engineers, okay, or data scientists basically, who are well and good with the data. They are not going to hire for the DevOps engineer. But sometimes we are setting up the environment, everything for database engineers, okay, data scientists. So in that case, we'll require that we should know the basics, okay, about the database, everything. But if you are well and good with the setting part, okay, so it will be very comfortable for you to understand all the part, okay, and you can always take the help of the official documentation to do anything. So in AWS they have a service called RDS. So you have to simply search here RDS. RDS is the managed relational database service. Full form is relational database service. If you open this service is only going to provide you how to launch database. So see here you are getting the option called create database. So simply click on this create database. Just close this. Okay, so now they are saying that two way to create a standard create, easy create. So just choose easy create to know the create one. A standard create is basically you are filling all the details like security, backup, maintenance, availability. Okay, but here easy create. Then they are saying you this many different database type they support, whichever you want to use, you can use it. Okay, so take an example, we are going with the MySQL, simplest one, okay, and mostly used also MySQL. And coming down, they are saying that there are three type of the EC2 instances on which we are going to run that database. So which environment is required? Production, dev test, free tier. So let's go with the free tier because we know that we are using the free tier account. So in this free tier account, they are giving 2 CPU, 1 GB RAM, 20 GB of storage. Okay, if you go for the production like setup, so they are giving you 32 GB RAM, 4 CPU, 500 GB of hard disk. Okay, but we don't require this much huge setup. We are just going for testing everything. So free tier is more than enough. Now they are saying your database username is admin. Simply choose the password, whatever you want to set for your database, because database is most secured thing. Okay. For any company, if you'll ask that what is the most secure thing you want to keep it, so they will say that database, because database contains all the data. If database is getting leaked, we always get the news that this company's database of that much persons list, everything is leaked, or the Facebook's user database, everything is linked to some third party company. Okay, so data is more valuable. So you have to give always the password, everything. Without password, everything, you cannot create the database. Okay. So password is the, basically you can see the minimum requirement. If you not set up the password, your database is not going to, setup is not going to be completed. So simply use a password here. And they are saying that at least 8 digits should be their password. You cannot use the slash, single quote, double quote, at the rate. Okay, if you are using these things in password, it is not going to work. So please follow the instruction here. And again, confirm the password. And come down. And we just chosen for the easy create option. So that's why we don't have to fill all this information automatically. It is filled by default. Okay, we don't have to worry about. And we just choose an easy create MySQL database. You can choose any database here, whichever you are comfortable on. If somebody is comfortable with Oracle, they can go with the Oracle. No issue for that. Okay. MySQL free tab. I given the password. Simply clicking on create database. So this database creation is going to take time. Okay, it will take around 4 to 5 minutes to create this database. Currently, it is in the creating state. Okay, they will create it. They will mix your everything. Once you are able to see the CPU utilization, action is available, everything status is available, then only you can connect to your database. Meanwhile, if I'll go inside this, okay. So you will see that currently independent port is also not open. Okay, so let it be first set it up. Okay. Meanwhile, let's come to our security part. Currently, also there is no security group rules for. So just wait for it. It will take around 3 to 4 minutes to set up everything. Meanwhile, anybody have any question from the previous topic? Anything you have to ask?
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding that auto scaling, sir, I just set up everything, sir. I just I done sir, I done twice, sir. But while I mean, I increase the performance of the two machines, but still, still it is not spinning up the VM, sir.
Okay. What about others? Anybody other tried auto scaling? No. Okay. Okay. So can you share your screen quickly? Meanwhile, this database is getting created.
Yeah. Sir, I deleted that everything because
Okay.
today I will create one more time.
Okay, so see, let's follow one by one approach. Okay, so see, what you can do is if you want to just scale up. Okay, so currently, what are the value you are giving? Minimum as 1 you are giving.
No, sir. Minimum 2 as per your doc.
Okay,
Minimum
yes.
2.
Okay.
Minimum 2, maximum 7.
Okay, so see, try to keep minimum, and there is one more option. What we say it minimum, maximum, and one more was there, right? What was that? Let me check quickly.
Let me log in, sir.
No, wait, no issue for this. Yeah, desired capacity. Okay. So give minimum and desired capacity as exact same value. Okay, 2 like that way.
Yes.
How I set up in here. Okay. And once you given it, so go to to machine, run that yes and dev null command. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Once you run that, try to run it at least 2 times. Okay. That is the first thing. Second thing, you keep monitoring that is your percentage of securitization is getting more or not. Okay. And if you remember, when during I was setting up, I done some changes like here, instance need how many seconds to warm up. Okay. So have you changing this?
Yes, sir. I changed it to 60 seconds.
Okay, 60 seconds. Still it was taking time.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so that is wired something. Try to set up one more time. Okay, and give it this value like that. Try first. Always try with the desired and minimum as basically same only. Why I'm saying it same? Because sometimes what happens now, like you given the desired capacity as to minimum as well. Okay. Now you went to the two EC2 instances. You run the command yes dev null something. Okay. But suddenly, before you are running this command, automatically your auto scaling got to know that there is not much traffic is coming, so they will reduce the one instance. Okay, so even you run the command on two machines, so but basically that machine already shut down, so they will be keep monitoring only one machine only. Okay, so it will take time to scale up. Even in our case, if you remember, it was take around 10 minutes time around. Okay, to do the scaling up everything completed. So we have to spend some time here, and that's why I say auto scaling is not such a preferred way. Company are not moving only to the cloud. Company are moving it to the DevOps side. Okay, I will tell you when we are talking about the Docker and Kubernetes, we can easily scale up the instances pod. Basically, in Kubernetes side, we say it as a pod rather than saying it EC2 instance. So there you can see in few seconds only we can scale up to 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. And in few seconds we can scale down also. So that is the benefit of the Kubernetes side. So we'll see this, try it over this weekend. Okay. And if you are still facing issue, then we can take it on the next class. Okay.
Yes, sir. And one more thing, sir. Do you have option to record from ourselves? I mean, from myself as well.
No, we don't have the option, but you can download the video, right? From the Google Drive.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That you
Yesterday
can.
I missed to download. Yesterday it was not uploaded.
Yeah, yesterday video is not uploaded. I think it is uploaded till 8 only. Okay. Basically day before yesterday. Yesterday and today video will be uploaded in a single. Okay.
Yeah. So actually yesterday we missed to practice the class.
Okay. No issue. Video will be uploaded. So over this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, you can do it. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, it is modifying also. So half setup is done. Half setup is still remaining. Database setup takes time. So you have to give the time to this. Meanwhile, it is setting up. Let me go inside this. Yeah, now this URL, everything is started to them, but still all things did not get it. And meanwhile, you have to check this in database side. There is a security group here attached, right? This is the default security group. So this exact security group, and also you have to make sure that in which location it is running. It is running in 1A currently. Okay. And this is the default security group attached. So what we'll do simply, I will going to replicate this, duplicate this page. And from whichever EC2 instance, we are going to connect to that database. Okay. So in that EC2 instance, we are going to connect the exact same security group. So basically what I want to say is, take an example, you are coming in the instances section. Okay. Okay, let's do it in this machine only. So in this machine, currently if you go in the security side, okay, currently only one security group is there. So what we have to do is we have to click on Excel after selecting this instance. Okay, click on Excel. And in which region it is? It is in 1B. Okay. Okay, let's try from 1B if it is getting connected or not. Then we'll try for 1 year. So Excel and simply come to the security part. Click on change security group. Here add the exact same security group that is attached to your database. That is the default. You can verify quickly. This is the default security group default. Okay, 5EF same thing, 5EF I'm attaching here. Simply click on add security group. This is attached, click on save. Once it is saved, okay, so in this instance item, simply I'm going to start this instance and I am going to connect to it. And from this instance, we are going to write some commands or to run some commands on our database. Because database will be running in some different location, and from your laptop, you are going to connect to that machine. So that is the only practical we are going to see. We are going to connect to this database running somewhere from this machine. So let it be started. Meanwhile, let's verify quickly that is database is started or not. When we'll create new security group. Yesterday I showed you, right, how to create the new security group. Yesterday when we are launching the EC2 instance, I said you, right, how to create the new security group. Did you miss? Or how is it? I saw you yesterday, right, everybody? That when I was launching the EC2 instance with CLI, I created a security group with port 80 enabled. No, remember? Do you remember or not? Like yesterday, we created the security group, right? And then only we copied that as a security group ID. Okay, yesterday you did not attend. Oh, okay. Okay, no issue. I will tell you after some this practical. I will show you one time that one also. No issue. So this is our database. Now it is available. Once it is become available, then means you are ready to connect. So quickly go inside this. And meanwhile, you can connect to this EC2 instance also. Simply connect to with the browser itself. So to connect with the database, if somebody are already familiar with, okay. So can anybody tell me that what are the requirement we require to connect to any database? Like which things we should require? Anybody? Like what things we have to provide to connect to the database? No? Okay, so what you have to follow is you have to follow this document. Okay, this is the official documentation of Amazon. Okay, simply open this URL. Okay, so they are giving you the way that if you're launching a database instance using the RDS, using the MySQL database engine, you have to follow these steps. They are saying first you have to install this software. So simply copy this yum install MariaDB and paste it in this command. First become the root user and run this command. Yum install MariaDB. So this is already installed in my case. Okay, MariaDB. In your case, if it is not installed, it is going to install. Okay, then I will quickly check that. Okay, we are in this document. So now, once the MariaDB is installed, you have to check whether MySQL version is ready or not. So simply come here and MySQL version. If it is giving some output, that means MySQL is successfully installed. With this software only, MariaDB, whenever you are installing, MySQL is getting installed by default. Okay. And see, MySQL version is visible. If it is visible, that means you are ready to go, okay, to do the practical. Now, after this, in this same documentation, you will see that they will say you that if you want to connect to the MySQL, okay, so what you have to remember, you have to remember the entry point or the host URL, then you require the port, then you have to remember that what is your username, and then whatever the password you said. These are all things you require. Okay, like host port, you get it from the endpoint section, port, you get it from here. Okay, and in this to connect it, you have to use the username. Username is basically admin. Okay, that you can verify also, and you can use this type of the command MySQL -h, then give the URL, then give the port, then give the username. Okay, then give the password. These things you have to type it. If everything will be correct, you will be able to connect to the MySQL database. So similarly, what you have to do is you have to simply use the command MySQL I want to connect a database. That database is running in this location. This is the endpoint URL. So simply copy this and paste it here. MySQL, this is my database. It is running on -P. Okay, capital P you have to remember. And it is running on port 3306. So just write it here. It is running on port 3306. And then say that my username is -u for username. And how you get to know the username? Simply come to the configuration side. You'll see that your username is admin. Okay, so just remember the admin. And then say that whatever the password is there, password is a small p, capital P is for port, a small p is password, and just hit it enter. They are going to ask you the password. So whenever you are creating the database, that time you set up a password. That same password you have to write it here, press enter, and see if everything is connected. I connected to my database. So you have to simply use MySQL -h. H is for host URL. What is the URL of my database? So my database is running at this location. This we found it from the connectivity and security. This is the endpoint. Just copy this, paste it here, then -p for port, copy it from here 3306, paste it here, then -u username. Username you can see it from the configuration side. This is the username. By default, this is only the username. Then -p for password and enter the password. Okay, now so like this way you can do, or you can take the help from this documentation link also, whichever I given you there. Okay, and see exact same thing we are following. MySQL -h, then URL we given capital P 3306 -u. In our case, username is admin. Then we given -p. Then we enter the password, and we are seeing this screen. If this screen is coming, that means you are connected to MySQL. Now, once MySQL is connected, then how you are going to perform some commands or nothing, like, because if some of you don't know what is MySQL, how to run the MySQL command. So for that also there is no problem. Okay, I written some basic commands of MySQL here. So connectivity part, you have to always go for endpoint and port, and username is admin. So same thing you have to write MySQL -h, give the endpoint URL, and keep it capital P 3306 -u admin -p. Like this way you have to write. Once you are seeing this screen MySQL learn, that means you connected to that. There is a command called show databases. Okay, if you search it here and if you say that I want to see the list of the databases created in this databases, see it is giving us the list of the databases. Similarly, whatever you know in the MySQL, okay, every command you can learn. If somebody don't know about MySQL, I'll refer you that you can go with this website, MySQL W3 School. Here they given the crisp tutorial of the MySQL. You can easily practice it also on this website itself. Like if I want to practice what this command can do, I can simply click on try it yourself. Okay, and I will run SQL. They are going to run the data average. See, they are giving us the data everything from finding from a database. Okay, similarly, if you want to find something from some different database, this is from the customers one. Okay, if you want to see the data from orders or something, so you have to simply say select a star from. In place of customers, you'll be writing like this way, orders. And I'll press run SQL, you'll see the entire data is going to be changed. Run SQL, see this order ID, everything is changed. So like this way, you can practice it from this website. W3 School is a great website to practice. Okay. And for the basic part, I give him the link also here to refer to one of link. So basically open this link. Okay. If you want to do quick practical on the MySQL, open this and you'll see this page. Okay. In this, they said that how to proceed with this. First thing is the connectivity. We already connected to MySQL database, so we don't have to follow this. Second thing, they are saying if you want to create a database, okay. Currently, whenever we are hitting the command, we are seeing the database that is already created. Okay, like this is the by default already created database. Here I want to create one more database with the name movies. So we can simply say create database with the name movies. Simply copy this command, paste it here, and you'll see a movies database is created. How you can verify? Again, hit the command show databases. See, a movies is added. Previously, there was no movies. Now movies is added. That means a database with the movies name created. Now, similarly, what is this? So databases. Okay, so we are able to see these movies. You can match the screenshot from here also. Now I am going to use this database. Okay. And inside this database, I am going to create a table like a structure. Okay. So simply say, I want to use the movies database. So again, just copy paste the command, use movies. You will see your database is changed. Now, similarly, again come and I want to create a table, something like this, like there should be a title, there should be genre, director, release year. Okay, so like this way you want to create. So what you can do is you can simply create a table. Again, how this table, everything is written, that I'm not going to explain you. Okay, but these things you can refer it if you know the any databases, so you can correlate the things. And if you still don't have ideas, so you can follow that W3 School website, how it is written. Okay. But again, this command is just helping us to create a table like a structure. Okay, create table with the name movies, in which there will be 4 columns, like that title will be 1 column, then genre will be 1 column, then director name will be column, then release year will be the column. Okay, so like this way we are writing it. I'll press enter, table is created. If you want to verify how our table will look like, simply say describe movies. Okay, basically we are describing the table. Our table name is movies, that's why we are writing this. So paste it, you'll see that they are showing us the table like a structure. See how I can increase the font size for this. This is the browser. Is it okay? Okay. So like this way, it is created. Now, if I want to add some movies, okay, in this table, like you are seeing in this website, they created a table like a structure. This is a table. Okay, like in Microsoft Excel, you create a table, you enter some details. So your final goal is to save the data in this format only. Okay, if you simply go in the product section, so see, this is the product database like that, in which we are having the product ID, product name, supplier ID. So like this way only. So we have to create something like this only. So we already generated the table here. Okay, the basic structure. Okay, now you want to insert some data. So again, that website only they said you that how to insert the data. If you want to insert the data of a movie Joker, so you have to just copy this here and paste it here. You'll see that movie information related to the Joker will be added here. Now, once it is added, simply say select a star from movies. Okay, and you'll see that in the title section, Joker is there, director name Todd Phillips is there, release year 2019 is there. So like this way, they are filling. If you want to add one more data, simply you'll say like this, insert into movies. Now take an example, we are talking about a different movie. Okay, release year is 2020 or something. Okay, and take an example, director name is something like only Phillips. Okay, not anything. And then take an example, here we are just saying that its genre is only thriller and movie name is something, whatever you want to give, XYZ, something like that. Okay, then press enter and one more movies is added. How you can verify? Again, to select a star from movies. So see, they are showing that now 2 movies in the list. So like this way, you can add hundreds of movies, everything. Okay. So as more and more commands, we'll be practicing it from here. Like this is the currently command we are using to insert any data. Okay, like insert into, they are saying us how you can insert the data. Okay, so this you can try. Again, it totally depends on how you are good with your MySQL database. But again, as a DevOps engineer, you should only know how to create this database. Okay, how you can share the connectivity, URL, password, everything. Okay, how you can add the security groups. So other engineers, database engineers, everything, they will be able to access this database from their laptop. Okay, so this thing you have to keep in mind. And once the practical of database is completed, simply come here and delete the database. Okay, you can simply click it from here and click on Excel. Okay, and click on delete. So while deleting, as you are using the free tier account, so don't create any final snapshot or something, because they will take some storage and that storage will be counted across your 30 GB usage. Okay, and you know that every month you get only 30 GB of storage. Okay, so that will be counted. So always untick this. Okay, and just simply click on delete. So they will not use that extra storage from your 30 GB free storage. Okay, so delete me you can do and simply click on delete. Your database is going to be deleted. Okay, so like this way you can practice this for the database part. Okay, and I given this link everything. And somebody who missed the yesterday class about the security group creation. Okay, so let me show you quickly how to create the security group. So for the security group, you have to come to this part. Okay, in network and security, go to the security group. Okay, so what is a security group? So to understand this, you have to think uh, that security group is basically a key like thing. Okay, and we have to say that uh, which person can come to our machine. Okay, and on which port they can come. Port is just like, you can think like there is a big building. Okay, your big building is here EC2 instances. Okay, and in that building there are different doors there. Okay, and security group is nothing, just a key. Okay, so when you are sharing that key to somebody, so I given one key to a person. So that key belongs to some specific door. Okay. So that person can enter to our home. Okay. Only by that door only. Okay. Of that key belongs. Okay. So same thing is happening in the security group case. We are creating a security group. Okay. And take an example, we are creating a security group for door one. Okay. Something like this. And in the door one, we are giving like this door one is something for SSH access, something like this. Okay. So door one is nothing, just basically the port 22 or something. So we'll come in this inbound role, we'll click, I am going to create a role, and whoever will be have the access of this door one key. Okay, so what they can do, they can come to this SSH port. From which location? From anywhere, from my IP address. See, if I'll say my IP, so if this security group is attached to some machine, so only from my laptop I will be able to connect. All other person in the world cannot be able to connect because this is my personal IP. But if I say source has anywhere IP before, okay, so tomorrow my laptop IP address can be changed also, right? Because if I'll restart my Wi-Fi router, my IP address is going to change. So in that case, we should go with the anywhere. So anybody can connect to this machine on the port 22 if they will have this key access. So simply you have to say door, whatever the name you want to give for security group, give the description for what purpose you are using it. Similarly, if somebody is saying, can you open the port 80 also because I want to see HTTP website. So simply come here, HTTP also you can open it. Okay, and do anywhere. And like this way, you can click on create security group. Your security group will be created. So is this part understandable or how is it? Okay, so security group is be created. And once you created the security group, okay, so like this, take an example, we created the security group. Yesterday we created this one, EC2 CLI access. Okay, so this security group have this ID. You can attach this security group to any of the machine. Okay, you can attach a single security group to 10 different EC2 instances also. Okay, currently if you'll see, it is saying that this security group allow you the SSH access. And if you go in the inbound role, we'll quickly see that it is the port 22 allowed. Okay, so it is allowing the port 22. So let me do it. Yes, see SSH protocol, TCP port 22, they are allowing. Now, whoever will be attached to this security group, okay, how I can attach it? So if I'll go in this instance section, okay, and see currently this is our machine. Okay, this is our machine. Currently, we are connecting it from here using EC2 instance connect. Let me show you how this security group is going to work. So let's close this. Let's close this. Okay, so currently our this Linux machine in the security section, we have one security group attached, that is a port 22. Okay, BF. Okay, 272 like that way. Now what I am going to do is simply click on action, go to security. Okay, click on change security group and take an example. I am removing this security group, this one. Okay, 992 launch user 2. If I'm removing this, now see what will happen. Remove this, save it. I removed that security group. Now if I'll click on this and I will go in this security section, you'll see in the inbound role. Okay. Okay, currently all is there, port red. Okay, so let me quickly connect it. Just give me a second. I think we attach the default one also, that's why they will be able to connect. See, it is not getting connected. Why? Because you remove the protocol 22. Okay, port 22 is not available. That's why you are not able to connect. Okay, let's close this again. And again, I'm coming to my instance Excel. And this time manually, I'm going here and I'm saying that I know that you don't have the port 22, so nobody can connect to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a security group to you. Okay, and I'm giving a security group, like we created a security group with the SSH access, right? With the name CLI something yesterday. So I'm just giving this add security group. Once I will add this security group, you will see that port 22 will be visible here in this case. Okay, come in security side. Now port 22 is visible. Once this port 22 is visible, now if somebody will try to connect to this machine, okay, so you'll see that it is not going to fail. They will be able to connect to this machine and they will be able to run this command. So that is the benefit of adding the security group. See, now we are able to hit it. So if somebody is able to connect to this machine, okay, they will be only able to connect if port 22 access is there. Okay, even Putty software is able to connect to your machine because you have the port 22 in it. If port 22 is not enabled, your Putty is never going to connect to this AWS machine. Okay, these things we have to keep in mind. Hope this security group part is now clear to all of you. Got the idea? What will happen if there will be no security group? Similarly, if you will not give port 80 security group, then nobody will be able to see the HTTPD website, whatever you are launching. Okay, so you enable the port 80, then only you see that your website is visible from the outer world. Like in the load balancer case, we saw different websites. So anybody have any confusion in the security group, or is it clear now? You can tell me if any part you are facing difficulty in the AWS or not. Because most of the things in the AWS we already covered. Now one VPC part is remaining, virtual private cloud, that will be going to cover during our Terraform lecture. Okay, so that time I will explain you. But other things we already covered, that is related to the DevOps. So if you have any question till now, you can ask me. Try to practice over this week, okay, about this AWS. Try to use auto scaling, try to use that load balancer, everything. Okay. So any question, anything, anybody? Okay, any other people also created the image? That custom image have you created or still to do? Others, please respond. Still to do. Okay. So should I expect that over this weekend, everybody will create that custom image and you will make it public? Others also, can you confirm that you will be doing it over this week?
Sir, actually, I have one doubt.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, sir, if you if you deploy some applications like some like HTTPD or all those application, if you deploy the image publicly, so will it cost, sir?
So publicly, they have the limit of 5. Okay, 5 images you can make it public from one single account.
Oh, up to we can make 5 image free, sir?
Yeah, 5 images you can make it public freely.
Okay, okay. So how about this one, sir? If we create a T3 micro, then how about this cost, sir?
No, see, image is just like you are creating the image. Image is not like T3 micro or something. Okay.
No, sorry for confusion. No. I mean, if you are creating some T3 micro, no, sir. T3 micro.
Yeah, so in that case, you have to pay the charges. No? So, like if you're launching an instance, okay, in place of this instance type, take an example, you don't want to use 1 GB RAM. Okay, you want to use some better RAM. And if you are going to, you are saying T3 micro, right? This one.
Yes, sir. T3.
So it is 2 1 GB. So they are saying if you are using it for the RHEL, okay, like a major Linux comes under the RHEL category, okay. So in that case, you have to pay this much amount, okay, per hour basis, 0.07 US dollar per hour. Okay, this will be the cost. You're saying on demand RHEL price. Similarly, if you go for T3 medium where they are giving you 4 GB RAM, you'll be paying around 0.0632. Okay, if you want to use the higher resources, okay, and in the cheaper prices, so you can go with the A category. Okay, that means instances with starting with the A, like T3A. Okay, so T3A. In this, if I ask for the 4 CPU, 16 GB RAM, okay, so see how much I'm paying, $0.15 something. Okay, for the 1 hour. So if you use it for how many hours? 10, 7, 6. Okay, if you use it for 6 hours something, then you'll be paying around $1 charges for this machine, like T38.x, in which they are giving you 16 GB RAM for CPU. Like this way, you can search it as for your requirement. But in the free tier, only T2.micro is free. Okay, see, it is clearly mentioned here, it is free tier eligible, T2.micro. Okay, but if your free tier hours is completed, like 750 hours is completed in a month, then you have to pay this much charges for this also. This is free only for 750 hours. That's all. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your clear explanation.
That's anybody? See, even in my case, I'm using so many instances. Okay, but what I do, I always stop the instance whenever I'm not using it. Okay, because see, if you are running, see, take an example, you just launched one EC2 instance. You don't have this many EC2 instance in your account. Okay, so one EC2 instance, if you even keep it running for entire 24 hours into 30 days, okay, and you will calculate it. Okay, so 24 hours every day, okay, for the next 31 days. Take an example, in a month there is 31 maximum days can possible, right? Still you will see it will be 744 only. Okay, so that means still it will be less than 750 limit. Okay, so if you are launching only one EC2 instance, there will be no problem. You are not going to get any charge even if it is running for 24 hours continuously for a month. Okay, but the problem arises is when then you have the more than one EC2 instance. Okay, if you have two EC2 instances running parallelly, okay, and you are running it for 24 hours, both instances. So in actual, you are total using 48 hours, not the 24, because your total instances running was two. Both were running for 24 hours. So total will be 48 hours. And in this case, only in 16th day, you will be start to get charged because it is going to increase 750. Okay, and you will start to get charged. So that's why if you are using multiple instances, it's always better to stop the instances. Okay, once you are not using it. But if you are only using one machine, you are doing only one practical in a single machine, only everything, then you can keep it running. Also, there is not going to be any charge in case of the T2.micro. And also you have to consider one more thing, that this is the EBS volume part. Okay, here they also give you only 30 GB of free storage every month. Okay, so currently like I have this many storage in this, I am using like taking example to 2 GB something like that. Or you can always keep an eye on the billing section also. Okay, always come to the billing from your root account, because I am user don't have the access to the billing. And in this billing section, if you come to this bills part, you'll see they will show you what are the users currently what they like Elastic Compute Cloud. So currently I'm using our EC2 instances in 2 region only. That's why they are showing us 2 region. In Mumbai, they are clearly saying that I used around 22 hours machine. Okay, we have the limit of 750 hours. So that's why it is coming under the monthly free tier. Similarly, EBS volume that I said you, we have the 30 GB free storage. So here I am using 4.61. It is also under the limit of 30 GB. That's why we are getting $0 charges. Similarly, in the North Virginia, I use the instances only for 1.7 hours, and even the size of EBS volume is 0.06 GB there. Okay, so still it is coming under the 30 GB tag, so we don't are getting any charges. Simply S3 service I'm using here in Mumbai. So see, whatever the request you are getting, everything. So they are saying 13 request again, it is coming under your monthly free tier. Okay, so like this way you can keep it maintained. If any charges will come, they will start reflecting here. Okay. So like this way, you can quickly get to know, okay, I getting the charges from this region in the North Virginia. So I can simply go in the North Virginia region and see what is the problem is happening. Okay, so that you can try to do it. Okay, always. So that's all. No issue for this. Okay. So let's keep up to it. Try to practice. Okay, over this week, try to see auto scaling everything set up. Okay, give time sometime for this AWS. And if you are facing still some difficulty, we'll take the question on the next week. Okay, and we'll complete. And once that will be completed, so we'll start with the Ansible. Okay, from next week. Is it fine, everybody? Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot for try to practice. Okay. Bye. Have a nice day.